Hello, student of class 9. Let's continue our chapter Fundamental Unit of Life. And today we are going to know about the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a thick solution that fills each cell and is enclosed by the cell membrane. It is mainly composed of water, salts, and proteins. Cytoplasm is a fluid substance which is spread throughout the cell inside the cell membrane or plasma membrane. When we look at the temporary mounds of onion peel as well as human cheeks, we can see a large region of each cell is enclosed by the cell membrane. This region takes up very little strain, and this is called cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. It also contains many specialized cell organelles. Each of the cell organelles has a specific function. Cell organelles are enclosed by the cell membrane. In prokaryotic cell, besides the absence of a defined nuclear region, the membrane-bound cell organelles are also absent. But in case of eukaryotic cell, they have well-defined nuclear membrane as well as membrane-enclosed organelles. The significance of membrane can be illustrated with the example of viruses. Viruses lack any membrane and hence do not show the character of life until they enter a living body and use its cell machinery to multiply. So here student, we have come to know that in case of eukaryotic cell, the nuclear region is well defined and surrounded by nuclear membrane. But in case of prokaryotic cell, nuclear region is not well defined. Prokaryotic cell generally very small, 1 to 10 micrometer, and eukaryotic cell is present in multicellular organism like human beings. So the size of the cell is large compared to the prokaryotic cell, and size is 5 to 100 micrometer. In case of prokaryotic cell, chromosome is single because prokaryotic cell consists of only one cell, and eukaryotic cell having more than one chromosome because eukaryotic cell are the actually multicellular organism. Membrane-bound cell organelles is absent in case of prokaryotic cell, but in case of eukaryotic cell, it is present well definedly. Cell organelles. Every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own content separate from the external environment, and we know this is a plasma membrane or cell membrane. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and function. To keep these activities of different kinds separate from each other, these cells use membrane-bound little structure, or we can say organelles, within themselves. This is one of the features of the eukaryotic cell that distinguish them from prokaryotic cell. Some of these organelles are visible only with an electron microscope. We have talked about the nucleus in the previous section also. Some important example of cell organelles which we will dis- discuss: endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria, plastid, vacuoles, all are the example of cell organelles which is present inside the cell membrane. They are important because they carry out some very crucial function in the cell, and each cell organelles have a different function and specific function.